You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Enzo Maresca has shaken up public opinion. The Chelsea coach said, "Chelsea are back," but with a note. They must win the UEFA Conference League first. Yes, the third-tier European tournament that is usually looked down upon. Chelsea are now leading 4-1 over Djurgården from the first leg of the semi-finals, and are one step away from the final. If they win, the Blues will become the first club in history to win all major European titles: Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, and Conference League. New history is just around the corner, but Maresca doesn't want to get carried away by the euphoria. He emphasized that the main target is not just a consolation trophy. "Win it and bin it," he said. This means that the Conference League must be won, but immediately abandoned for a higher ambition, returning to the Champions League and elite European competition. Chelsea are indeed rebuilding from the ruins. Since Abramovich left, the club has been in chaos. 5 managers in 3 years, billions of pounds spent, but finishing in 12th and 6th positions in the last 2 seasons. But Maresca sees potential. He wants to mold this young squad into a winning generation. With the likes of Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, and Cole Palmer, the foundations are being laid. The game against Djurgården is no mere formality. It is a first step. And if successful, Roglic could be Chelsea's turning point towards a new, more glorious era. Are Chelsea really back? The final in Poland could be the decider.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thursday was full of big surprises in the transfer market. And the main news? Chelsea could make a super crazy surprise. Exclusive reports say Chelsea are exploring the possibility of bringing Antonio Rudiger back from Real Madrid. Yes, the tough defender, who was once an idol at Stamford Bridge, is now being monitored directly by the Blues management. Initial contact has been made with Rudiger's representatives, although there has been no official proposal. But this is a clear signal. Chelsea want to fix the back line with experience and leadership. Meanwhile, other big news comes from the Victor Osimhen saga. The Napoli striker is reportedly not going to move to the Premier League this summer. Instead, he is now only considering 2 options, which are said to come from France and Saudi Arabia. PSG and Al Ahly are said to be the 2 leading candidates. Osimhen wants a new challenge, but the Premier League is no longer an option for him. On the other hand, Jadon Sancho's future is still bleak. Chelsea, who were previously linked with making Sancho's move permanent, are now starting to move away. Even Borussia Dortmund are no longer interested. Sancho is currently in limbo. In short, the transfer market is starting to boil. Chelsea are ready to make a splash with Rudiger. Osimhen is moving away from England. Will Rudiger come home? And who will get Osimhen? This summer's transfer market is going to be hot as hell.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
There is some exciting news. Moises Caicedo was reported absent from the main training session on Wednesday at 3 p.m. local time. But don't worry, it's not because of an injury. According to an exclusive report from Mailsport, Caicedo's absence is not due to physical problems, but rather because of an honorary invitation from the president of Ecuador, Daniel Noboa, who is visiting London. At the event, Caicedo was awarded the National Order of Merit, the highest award from his country, an extraordinary achievement that makes all the Blues supporters proud. Despite being absent from the main training, Caicedo still showed high professionalism. He is said to have continued training sessions at different times, ensuring that he is still ready for the important match against Djurgården in the second leg of the UEFA Conference League semi-finals. Chelsea themselves are already leading 4-1 from the first leg, and now only need to secure a ticket to the final at Stamford Bridge. Coach Enzo Maresca said that winning the Conference League was the first step to building a winning mentality for Chelsea's young squad. He even said, if Chelsea win, it's a statement that Chelsea is back. Maresca also emphasized, don't underestimate the Conference League. According to him, if Real Madrid don't play here, it's because they haven't dropped down a level. But Chelsea play in the Conference League because that's where they are. And it's a must-win game. With that in mind, Caicedo's presence in the second leg will be crucial, even if the game seems like a formality. But for Chelsea, every trophy counts, and a Conference League win could be the start of a brighter new era. Caicedo may be absent from training, but he is never absent from responsibility. And today, he is not only Chelsea's pride, but also his country's pride.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Shocking news came from Manchester United. Alejandro Garnacho is officially on the transfer list, and one of the first clubs to line up is a direct rival from London, Chelsea. The 19-year-old winger was actually considered one of the Red Devils' most valuable assets. However, this season, since the arrival of Ruben Amorim, Garnacho's performance has actually declined drastically. The player has struggled to develop under the Portuguese manager's new system. This has sparked disappointment from the club, leading to an extreme decision. Garnacho can leave, as long as someone dares to buy him for £65 million. Interestingly, Chelsea had actually tried to approach Garnacho in the January transfer market, but failed. Now with United's shaky situation and Amorim's need to fund a massive rebuild project, the Blues have come knocking again. However, in the midst of his difficult times, Garnacho had time to remind the world of his talent. In the match against Brentford, he scored 1 goal and 1 assist, even though MU lost 4-3. It was a pivotal moment that convinced Chelsea that this was the right time to sign him. Inside sources even said that Garnacho was open to the possibility of moving in order to save his career. Now the ball is in Chelsea's court. Are they ready to pay a high price for a player who was once called the next big thing at Old Trafford? Or will Garnacho choose a challenge in Serie A with Napoli? What is certain is that the exit door has been opened wide by United, and if negotiations go smoothly, we could witness one of the most surprising transfers of the summer: Garnacho to Stamford Bridge.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Trevoh Chalobah, who has impressed since returning from a loan spell at Crystal Palace, is reportedly set to be sold in the summer transfer window, despite his solid recent form. The 25-year-old has made 16 appearances this season in all competitions, including 12 in the Premier League, and has recorded 1 assist. But unfortunately, a report from the Daily Mail states that Chelsea management does not see Chalobah as part of Enzo Maresca's long-term plans. In fact, Chalobah is no ordinary player. Since his debut in the 2021-22 season, he has scored 5 goals and 2 assists from 96 appearances. He also has experience winning titles, such as the 2021 Super Cup and the 2022 FIFA Club World Cup, as well as titles at youth levels, such as the UEFA Youth League and the English Youth League. But the main problem is the difficulty of consistently breaking into the first team and being loaned out often. This decision is part of Chelsea's overhaul project under Maresca, who is said to want to build a new team with a more progressive vision. Although the Blues are on a positive trend and have a big chance of appearing in the Conference League final, several names are still on the transfer list. The question is selling Chalobah the right decision? Or is this just another blunder, like Chelsea's mistake in selling young players who then shine at other clubs? What is clear is that for Chalobah, this summer could be a turning point in his career, either to rise in a new place or prove that Chelsea was wrong in judging him. And for the fans, this is not just a transfer, but a test of trust in the club's new direction.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel. You subscribe to our YouTube channel.